Arsenal have finally woke up in this summer transfer window. For a second there, it was looking a bit spooky. When I'm looking at what your main rivals are doing, I'm seeing Liverpool signing Florian Wirtz, Milos Kerkez, Jeremy Frimpong. Then I look at Man City, they got Ryan Cherky. They also brought in Tijani Reinders. I'm seeing Ike Nori as well. And then I looked at Arsenal, and I'm seeing Kepa. I'm seeing Norgard VPN. I'm seeing Christian Mascara. I'm seeing another Chelsea reject with Nani Madueke. And I'm thinking, are they not trying to compete for the league next season? You guys have been the runners-up for the last, 3 years in a row. There's a lot of pressure on Arsenal to finally get over the line and either win the Premier League or the UCL. And your summer business so far wasn't showing me that you guys were seriously trying to do that. But now I'm seeing the marquee signing come through the door. For the first time in about 7 seasons, Arsenal have got a proper number 9 through the door. Viktor Gyökeres. And I think this is a very good signing because the other option was Sesko. And I think Gyokeres is clear of him. Phase 6 or 7 of Arteta's master plan in Arsenal finally includes a bagsman up front. Arsenal have not had a proper striker since Aubameyang was there. And when did he leave? Was that like 2020 or something like that? Like after they won the FA Cup and then he fell out with Arteta? Yeah, Arsenal haven't had a proper 9 since then. And we know that if you had to pick one area that needed to be addressed in their team, it was the attack. Because aside from Saka on the right, Arsenal striking options are trash. The left wing is dead, right? Like, look at who they had in the 9 before Gyokeres came in. They were either playing Gabriel Jesus or Kai Havertz. And then when those two were injured, they had to put Mikel Merino up front, a defensive midfielder. On the left wing, you're looking at Martinelli or Trossard. Now you have Madueke, who might start on the left, but he's not good enough. And by the way, how the hell have 2 clubs that are considered rivals do so much business together? And why is it that Arsenal are always taking Chelsea's rejects? This has to be a money laundering scheme because it makes no sense how Arsenal are always going to Chelsea and saying, we'll take your players that you don't want, and then they're paying top dollar for them. I just don't get it. But we're here to talk about Viktor Gyökeres. This is a good signing. And I think this is the kind of player that can come in and help Arsenal win major trophies starting this upcoming season. But I need you guys to get in the comment section and let me know what you think about this transfer. We're going to be looking at some stories as well as talking about how he will impact Arsenal's team. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications. Now, when I look at a player like Viktor Gyökeres, what he's done at Sporting the last 2-3 seasons has been phenomenal. His goal scoring record speaks for itself. He's also cooking with Sporting in the Champions League. So for people that say, oh, well, the Portuguese league is shit, etc., well, he's bagging in the UCL as well. And then when he goes on international duty with Sweden, he's also bagging there. So this guy is a proven goal scorer. And Arsenal do create a good amount of chances. So you would think that if Kai Havertz was able to bag 9 goals in the Prem, if Mikel Merino was able to look competent up front, imagine what Gyokeres will do. A striker that has those instincts, that knows when to attack that box, when to be in the right place at the right time. Now, if you look at the price that Arsenal have paid for him, it's a very fair deal. We know that the transfer market is so inflated. A player that has bagged almost 100 goals in 2 years should be going for a lot more money than 63 million plus 10 M's in add-ons, right? A guy like that should be going for at least 80 million. Now, the reason that I think Arsenal were able to get him for so cheap is because Gyokeres and Sporting, their relationship broke down. According to a lot of reports, I think it was like the old president of Sporting made a gentleman's agreement with Gyokeres where they would let him go for a fair price. But I think there was like a change in like the board or something like that, and they didn't want to keep that promise. So now Gyokeres He's basically forced this move. He didn't show up to training for Sporting, right? He told them that he will never play for them ever again. Arsenal have come in and they've capitalized on this situation. And when I look at it, I think that Gyökeres' situation just in the transfer market was a bit weird, because at one point in time, it looked like no top clubs were seriously considering him as their number one option, right? It looked like Sesko was Arsenal's first choice only a few weeks ago, right? We know all these elite big clubs that need strikers. Chelsea, they ended up signing Liam Delap, João Pedro. Liverpool, looking at Ekitike, right? Manchester United, going after Cunha and Buemo. It didn't really seem like any of these teams were making Gyökeres a priority. Now, it looks like Andre Berta, he got his wish, because a lot of people were saying that Arteta wanted Sesko, Berta wanted Gyökeres, and it looks like he got his man. You have to trust what Berta wants, because doing things Arteta's way has not really led to anything except for coming in second. And that's not good enough. With all the money that Arsenal have spent, it's now time to get over the line. I actually do have this theory that Arsenal's title hopes are not as strong as what they were, because Arsenal's team was primed to win, and they didn't. Your window does not last forever. But again, bringing in a player of this profile, it definitely does help. Now, I do want to look at some reports, because there are a few things that are going on with this story, like the contract details and just how much this total package should be costing. Now, big up to this ITK on Twitter, who I've been following. The guy is super reliable. He's been getting damn near everything right. But he says, Arsenal are set to sign Viktor Gyökeres from Sporting. Let's go. Arsenal have reached a total agreement with Sporting for the transfer of Viktor Gyökeres in a deal worth around 73.5 million euros, including bonuses. Everything has been agreed for the deal. As informed exclusively, Arsenal have a total agreement and his agents over a long-term contract. He will sign a 5-year deal until June 2030. Personal terms done since weeks ago. After long negotiations with RB Leipzig over the past weeks, Arsenal have not been able to reach an agreement with Sesko as Leipzig asked for a 100 million package. Therefore, Arsenal triggered the push for Gyökeres and signed him. Paperwork and documentations remaining, medicals to be scheduled in the next days. If all goes to plan, Viktor Gyökeres will be an Arsenal player. Done deal, and let's go. Now, what he said is pretty interesting at the end, because like I brought up, it did seem like Sesko was the main target for Arsenal, but they've now gone in for Gyökeres because Leipzig wanted too much money, and Sesko is not as proven as a Gyökeres is, right? Gyökeres is bagging wherever he goes. Sesko, I think he has the build and the profile that teams would like. The guy is 6'5", he's young, he's rapid, and this guy's shot power is like 100. But he's nowhere near the finished article that Viktor is. And the thing is, Arsenal don't have time to keep going after these project players, going after these players that are going to develop maybe into becoming world class. No. Gyökeres helps them right now. The guy is 27 years old, right? There is no development for him. Gyökeres, he has to come in and hit the ground immediately, right? This guy has to be off to a very fast start. I view this player as somebody that could be in the Golden Boot conversations come the end of the season, right? If you look at what he's done with Sporting, I don't think anybody's expecting Gyökeres to just walk into this team and bag 50 goals, right? He's not an Erling Haaland, right? He's not going to be that clinical, but he should definitely be in and around that 20 goals for the Premier League alone. In all comps, Gyökeres should be in the 30s, touching 40s, okay? Let's just be honest. This is what you're expecting when you sign a player that has his kind of goal-scoring record. So, like I said, this is going to help them a lot. This is the signing that they needed now, right? You could say that Sesko would have been the signing for the future, but the fact that he's not as proven as Gyökeres, and he doesn't necessarily help them immediately like Gyökeres does, why would you go pay 100 million euros for Sesko if you can get Gyökeres for 63 million euros? Now, Fabrizio has also been giving us updates, and he says, understand, Gyökeres agents have landed in London to seal the details of this deal with Arsenal. It says 63.5 million plus 10 M's in add-ons. Deal almost agreed. Commission reduced as it has to be fixed today. Yeah, so they're saying that Gyökeres' agent has reduced his commission in order to get this deal done, right? Gyökeres has made it very clear that he only wants to join Arsenal. I think Arsenal are the only team that seriously pursued him as well. And they couldn't go get Isak, right? And they couldn't pay, or they did not want to pay that price for Sesko. So now they have Gyökeres up front. I still think that Arsenal needs some more signings in terms of more impact players. Like I said, aside from this deal right here, none of their other transfers really helped them in a title race. So yes, you got your number 9. I still think that they need to address their left wing, right? But I'd say in general, Arsenal's transfer window has been decent so far. Because aside from the mid signings that they made, they also extended Miles Lewis-Skelly, and they're also extending Ethan Nwaneri as well. So, that has to be put into the summer business for them. I think those two deals right there, those extensions are very important. Bringing in Gyokeres is a huge deal. But let's see what they do after this signing gets done. Because like I said, Liverpool have been moving crazy in the market this window. So have Man City. Those are, in my opinion, Arsenal's two. You could possibly even throw Chelsea in there. We just saw them slap PSG up. Chelsea are technically the champions of the world for club football for the next 4 seasons, whether we like it or not. So, like I said, get in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this deal and what else do Arsenal need to get done. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those post notifications.